eastbound on Farm.
Welcome to the New York State Police exhibit. If I can draw your attention to the man standing on the roof in the center of the tower, he is our host for this show. South Central's team leader, Sergeant Eric Ozzy Osborne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 13th and final day of the Great New York State Fair. I'd like to personally thank both of you for coming out today. Just kidding, we got a little bit more than that, and I'm sure we'll fill in. Thanks for joining us. We are SORT. SORT is the tactical element for the New York State Police. As such, we conduct all those operations you would expect a SWAT team to conduct. High-risk felony warrants, drug raids, barricaded subjects, hostage situation, dignitary protection. However, we also perform a few tasks you wouldn't necessarily associate with a SWAT team, to include search and rescue, specifically high angle rappelling and rope rescue, which is what we're going to demonstrate here today. Our team was formed in 1979 in anticipation for the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. They took firearms instructors, most of whom were veterans. They were trained by the FBI in counterterrorism tactics, and they were called the Mobile Response Team. They had 3 teams spread out across the state. Throughout the years, our team has undergone several evolutions. In 2008, we changed our name to Special Operations Response Team, added 2 teams, and became a full-time detail. None of our guys work the road anymore. Those 5 teams are spread out all across the state, and each team is responsible for maintaining their own equipment. All the way from the large pieces like that Lenco Bearcat, the big armored vehicle there, all the way down to our individual climbing harnesses. On the front of each guy's harness, you're going to see a piece of equipment called the Figure 8. This is how we control our descent. The rope is fed through that. This top hand on the rope is just a guide hand, keeps us upright. This one back here by our hip, that's the moneymaker, that's our brake hand. As we move that away from our hip, it allows the rope to freely flow through that device. That's when we let gravity do its job, and we refer to that as letting her eat. Once we put it back towards our hip, puts friction on that device, slowing and eventually stopping us. But telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So without further ado, let's bring the guys down and introduce them. Up on the left side of the roof, you've got Trooper Matt, the Laser Mazer. Satan, coming in hot. And on the right side, you've got Trooper Cole, rubbing his racing, Draco Seaback. Down here on the ropes, you've got North Central's assistant team leader, Sergeant Ryan Buzzsaw Ordway. Up in that window, spinning our beats, fresh off his European tour where he played clubs from Milan to Minsk. He's having a big week. He became a grandfather. He's retiring. This is his last day at the New York State Fair. Give it up for Trooper Ryan DJ Jazzy Denoce. And signing our show today with the speed of a cheetah and the reflexes of a mongoose hopped up on Red Bull. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sarah! Side of the tower, you've got Chris, the big salmon, Sweathead. And up on the left side, buddy, hold on. Sorry, bro, I totally forgot something. It slipped my mind. No, I know, I appreciate it. Folks, Brandon's gonna serve as a guinea pig, test subject, a volunteer today. Brandon's gonna be a volunteer. So, like I said, as we guys come down, they use that brake hand, and they feather their soft landing either on that roof or on this turf. However, as the state fair has progressed, and we're right near the end of it, all these guys like to entertain themselves up there. So they might get that hand a little further from their hip than they should, and open it up from an O grip to a C grip, or maybe even an L grip, and really let her eat. However, these ropes have developed loops and twists, as you can see on the ground right there. If you got that hand open a little wider than you should, and one of those loops hits your hand, that rope can pop out of your hands. You lose your brakes on a thruway, that's a bad day on the road, right? We lose our brakes up there, that's a bad day on the ropes. But that's what brings me to Sergeant Ordway. Ryan's not trying to be rude or antisocial. He's not showcasing his back so you can see his well-defined lats and traps. I'm gonna hit the infirmary, brother, get you a Band-Aid because you are cut. That's it. If I got one good reaction, I'm keeping it. Thank you, sir. Still in. As our senior guy and ropes guru, he has the oh-so-important yet not at all glamorous job of rope safety or belayment. If one of those guys coming down loses their brake hand, Brian's going to pull on that rope, putting friction on the device, slowing and hopefully stopping them. But again, telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So if you look up top, Brandon's going to do us a big favor. He's going to take a couple steps back, he's going to get a running start, and he's going to throw himself off that roof with no hands on the rope. He's going to flying squirrel it, hurtling towards Earth at an incredible rate of speed, accelerating at 9.8 meters per second till the very last moment. Sergeant Ordway, if he is physically able and so inclined, will use his raw power and cat-like reflexes to engage a belay, stopping Brandon mere moments from certain death, or at least a sprained ankle. Ladies and gentlemen, you paid for your whole seat. You're only going to need the edge. This part's going to be awesome. Brandon, are you ready? As police officers, we're trained to pick up on body language. That is not promising. Brandon, what's the problem, bud? Well, we are a paramilitary organization. You have been given a directive by competent authority. Yeah, time to go. Let's go. Hit it. Respectfully decline. Okay. All right. What's the matter, bud? We got a belay. You're good to go. You're just going to jump off. We'll get on with the show.
Jump! That does not look like Ryan.
What do you mean? It's not...
Jump! It's not even holding the rope.
Ryan, what are you doing?
Encouraging.
Encouraging. All right, that's nice. Hold on, folks. I'll be right with you. Just give me a second. Hey, guys, how you doing? What's your name? Madison, what's your name? Madison and Jameson. All right. Did he tell you guys what to do? No instructions whatsoever. Sets you up for failure. All right. That's all right. You're holding the rope. That's the first step. I'll give you the advanced course. The second step is when Brandon jumps, just pull on the rope. All right? He jumps, pull on the rope. Quick and easy, right? On the first bounce, second bounce, it doesn't matter. At some point, pull on the rope. It's going to work out. Everybody stops falling eventually. Hey, dude, we got two of them, Brandon. What do you think?
I'm not feeling good.
Not feeling good. All right, folks, I'm sorry. I know that air is just horrible for entertainment, but I have to have a private conference with my colleague here real quick. Right. Between you and me, I don't care how this goes. It's the last day, second to the last show. We got a bunch of these guys. He's been whining the whole time, right? But if he burns in and their hands are on the rope and yours aren't, our state fair days are over. We're not coming back for Tully's tenders and pizza free. We're staying out there for crack houses and meth rooms. It is terrible. All right. So Ryan's found some motivation. He's going to act as a main belay. We got two guys backing him up. What do you say, Brandon?
Gotta get down somehow.
Gotta get down somehow. Folks, let's give a little bit of encouragement. Folks, help me count them down from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Outstanding. Folks, you know we tried to get him a little close to every show. When they started, he was 6'4". He's been compressed a little bit through here. All right. And for keeping our guy from burning in, we have one NYST Trooper Bear, courtesy of the Trooper 10 over there, available for purchase. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Let's hear it for our belay. All right, folks, as you saw at the end there, it's real easy to end up in a precarious position. Gravity does not take an instant off. However, if you end up in a bad spot, as long as you keep your head, as long as you keep your cool, and most importantly, as long as you keep your brake hand, you're gonna be A-okay. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Matt and Cole who are gonna come on down and demonstrate. All right, you saw those guys come down in that same standard seated hip rappel as everyone else has. But now they're gonna transition their brake hand from the right to the left. This is gonna allow our guys to go ahead and invert. So now even though they're upside down, as long as they maintain that newfound brake hand, they're not gonna smash face first into this beautifully manicured turf. This is what we call the commando crawl. It allows our guys to see where they're going before they present their feet or other body parts through a window. Once they've gone far enough and seen all they feel they need to see, they go and revert. We will swing that brake hand and come on down. Complete with a superhero landing. Ladies and gentlemen, the invert. As a side note, we did recruit these guys as a team directly from a synchronized swimming academy. All those hours in the pool have really paid off and they forged quite the bond. It's not that synchronized. It's all right. All right, folks, you're going to pick up on an overarching theme out here, and that's safety. We're dealing with heights. We're dealing with extreme angles. We're dealing with hard, sharp edges. It's inherently dangerous. So whether you are rappelling, rock climbing, or even hiking, you could end up in a position where you're stranded and can neither go up nor down. We have to have the means to get to those people and bring them to safety. Ladders aren't necessarily going to reach high enough, and helicopters can be counterproductive. Those rotors don't do our ropes any favors, if you know what I'm saying. So if we go all the way up top, we've got Brandon, who's going to start our demonstration. Say Brandon's working his way down a sheer cliff face in the Adirondack Park, or perhaps Ithaca, because it is gorgeous. He gets himself to a spot he wants to be for a while. He's going to take that rope and wrap it around his ape. Not once, not twice, but thrice. This is called the tie-off. Once Brandon's tied off, he can go hands-free. He can invert. He can literally and figuratively hang out. He can get a cell phone out, snap a selfie, post it to his MySpace page. Anyone else still run a MySpace? That explains my lack of messages. It's you and me, brother. But say he's up there meditating, and a rock kicks loose, hits him in the head. At this point, I'm gonna need some kids to help me out. Any kids want to be able to help me out? Anybody? Anyone? Nice, there we go. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys, come on forward. Anybody else? Yeah, see that rope there? It's there for your safety, disregard it. Step right past it. All right, so what I have here is a bucket full of water balloons. So I want you to take those. Oh, he's already got a totally localized storm. Take those and let him have it, all right? Want to see him knocked unconscious if we can. Let's make this as realistic as possible. Flaccid paralysis is what we're looking for. Closer, guys, closer. Closer. I'm like 50-50. I think the knot will hold, perhaps. Nice. Get him, get him. Guys, oh, there was some heat on that one. It's empty now, yep. And got him, all right. Oh, still got one. Let it fly. Oh, nice, nice, nice. All right, folks, let's hear it for our rocks. All right, guys. We got, it's like a yard sale out here. All right, guys. Yeah, it's not a party gift. We're gonna need that back. It's not a souvenir, guys. All right, all right. Somebody's glasses are down. All right, brother. Thank you very much. Let's hear it for our rocks one last time, guys. Hey, Ryan. Next year, lawn darts. Kids won't want to loiter after that. They will be evacuated. All right. So Brandon's been knocked unconscious or at least stunned, but we can't leave him up there. We've got a lot of time and money invested in his training, and we've just grown fond of him. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Chris. Chris is going to work his way down his line. He's going to latch hands onto Brandon, and he's going to hopefully bring them both down to safety. Come on down, Chris.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
Oh, okay.
No matter how hard I'm trying.
Choose all our own music, God. There's a bold choice for Chris, obviously comfortable in his own skin. Chris, what's the matter, bud? Not coming down to this. This is not your musical selection? It is my playlist, but I thought it fit the mood. No? What do you mean? The PJ DeRoshi. Our tactical diva's not coming. He says he needs anything other than this. You got something for him? Chris is high maintenance, but he goes through doors like wet tissue, so we keep him around. Okay, that's got some soul. Let's see how Chris reacts to that. Oh, he's feeling it, folks. He's feeling it. I know that's charity. That's charity applause. I know when I hear it. Sorry, folks, some things you can't unsee. So as Chris does what we call L out, you're going to notice he's got a different piece of equipment on the front of his harness. He's not running a figure eight. He's running what's called a brake bar rack. That brake bar rack is going to allow Chris to take additional weight onto his system. In this case, that additional weight is going to be Brandon. Chris is going to stop slightly above Brandon and perform a tie-off. Once he's tied off, he's going to reach for that blue strap on his left hip. That's called a pick-off strap. It's designed specifically for rope rescue applications. He uses a partial inversion and his impressive wingspan, thank you, Vanna, to hook into Brandon's harness. Once Chris is hooked in, he'll use that strap and those bulging biceps. He somehow shoehorns into an extra medium t-shirt. Large? Not in the men's section. You'll note how Brandon instinctively reaches for Chris's hips and legs. We're a very close-knit team. At this point, we ask no photos be taken. Thank you. Chris has already removed all of Brandon's weight from his line. Now he's completely freed Brandon from his line, secured his hardware, and will hopefully lower them both safely to the ground. Looks like he nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick-off doesn't get smoother than that. All right, we've gone over basic rappelling. We've shown you safety measures we have in place. We've gone over a small percentage of the rescue work that we are capable of. However, there is also a tactical application to the rappelling that we are demonstrating here today. Say, for example, if they're a bad guy creeping around these fairgrounds. He snatches up a kid, runs up in that building, and barricades the door shut. Horrible choice of location on his part, but I digress. He's got that door barricaded shut. He feels real confident we're not going to be able to breach it. Unfortunately for that bad guy, the Special Operations Response Team doesn't need to come in through the door. We come in through the window. But before we do, we count on all our other partners in division. The men and the women that you see on these fairgrounds, the gray uniforms with the Stetsons, those are the road troopers. That is the most important and dangerous job in division. They're the ones responding oftentimes by themselves to these chaotic scenes, getting people to safety and locking them down. Then they call their supervisors, investigators, negotiators, and all our partners in special operations, to include aviation and our brothers and sisters in the K-9 unit. We poke fun back and forth, but when it's game time, we use teamwork to get that mission done. We look all the way up top. We've got Matt, who's ready to run the recon. Matt lands ever so gently on that roof so as not to notify any presence. Transitions his brake hand, inverts into the commando fall, and now he's going to start checking those windows for our hostage and hostage taker. Oh! That is not our target, Matt. I'm not sure what that is, but it is aggressive and amorous. Matt, get out of there. Call, swipe left, brother. We have employee assistance program on speed dial for Matt. Now Matt's out of the window. He can look down in that second window and he's confirmed that we do in fact have a hostage and hostage taker in there. Now Matt's going to reach up on the right side of his harness for that canister. That's a noise flash diversion device, commonly referred to as a flashbang. That's going to emit a bright light and loud noise that distracts and disorients the suspect, but we seize the initiative. Looks like Matt's ready with the bang, and it looks like we're ready for Cole to effect the rescue. Cole's in the window with his war cry. Here comes the bad guy, he's got a knife. Cole disarms him, and the people's elbow. And then, oh, they're going to the ground. Cole might be at a disadvantage here. He's trying to get away, Cole. Control it. Control the suspect. Oh my goodness! And the coup de grace, the flying knee. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Cole. He's like 19-0 against inanimate objects. But Cole, how's Timmy doing? Timmy, the kid, the reason you repelled in the first place? He He's got him. He's okay. Another save for Cole. Let's hear it for Cole. He's a real hero. Just ask him. The dummy's okay, by the way, folks. And the state police do not authorize or encourage throwing suspects out of windows. Folks, hopefully you had a good time out here with us. We appreciate you squinting into the sun, braving the heat, all that. Hopefully you can tell we have a good time out here. We love interacting with you good people working on this awesome tower. However, at the end of the day, it is a serious business we're involved in. If you look along that roof line, there's 4 sets of numbers. Those are the shield numbers for Michael Frank, Ross Riley, David Brinkerhoff, and Joseph Longo Marta. Those 4 men were operators on our team who died in the line of duty. They made the ultimate sacrifice serving the people of the state of New York, and we think it's those guys that deserve a real round of applause. Again, folks, you've been a small but very spirited crowd. We appreciate you guys sticking with us. Feel free to come forward after the show. We'll answer questions. Got stickers for the kids. We'll pose for pictures. Tasteful, of course. You've got the State Police Museum and interactive displays, both very interesting and air-conditioned, and the NYST and Trooper Foundation for all your State Police swag. Thanks again for coming out, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day at the great New York State Fair.